to our channel. We're Dos Cavazos, and this is Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 6.
So last episode ended off with Daniel and Johnny kind of breaking apart again. I feel like, that's obviously an ongoing theme with them as like their budding friendship where they kind of don't see eye to eye, they separate, but I was really hoping that they were going to put aside their differences. I wanted Johnny to win that fight, but I also wanted him to say, okay, we're not going to just learn Eagle Fang, we're also going to do Eagle Fang, which, used to be Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do combined.
So Cobra Kai also cut off Hawk's mohawk. I was hoping that was going to help Daniel and Johnny kind of come together more after that, but I mean, it seems like it didn't really do much either. And I guess the whole waiting for the tournament thing went out the window.
Yeah, it kind of seems as though like Cobra Kai, specifically Tori and Robbie, kind of went against what Terry asked them to do. So I wonder if that's going to come back to the equation here, because even though they did just cut off his hair, they did kind of fight him to restrain him to cut off his hair. So I wonder if Terry is going to get after them, or if they're just kind of like going to brush over that.
All right, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reaction to the series. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
Current senseis cannot serve on the board, but we have a lot.
It's eye roll?
The honor it deserves.
How you going to do that?
In what way?
Arguing.
Enough of this bullshit.
It might be
The blue mats led to a surge in attendance.
Blue mats?
Matt's arguing over stupid stuff.
It's a wonder you've been divorced 3 times, George.
Ooh, George, ooh.
Said it in your.
We all had egg on our faces that day.
First of all, this is not
What does that even mean?
the proper channels.
You're not a judge, Ron.
Why do I have
I don't understand why is this so intense right now? They're like a board of a karate
Like, what are they
tournament.
going to add?
Aw, Aisha. We miss you.
where boys are encouraged to kick and punch girls.
I mean, the girls sign up for it. I don't think it's...
They've been there a long time.
But the girls are fighting too.
So what are they going to do?
Are they going to do, like, girls versus girls and boys versus boys? I bet that's what it is.
Probably.
Like, girls league, boys league.
He's like, no.
George.
Send out the letters.
See.
Okay. So that means she'll go up against Tori. Like, just directly then, right? But wouldn't she
I
have
mean-
anyway? I don't really know.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
See for yourself.
It is, right? I bet.
New ball game. Skills competitions.
Oh.
What?
Not to
Never mind.
And there's gonna be a separate girls division.
Oh, yeah! I was right.
There'll be 2 All Valley champs.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. It's going to be Miguel versus Robbie and her versus Tori.
All I know is the girls division is mine.
Well, that just
Okay.
means the girls and the boys. I mean, sure, we're good for the occasional inspirational moment, but we're not exactly central material. Yeah, or he who shall not be named.
Voldemort?
Bobby, look, you're missing some of your friends. You're gonna realize that this was the best thing that could have happened.
This is the worst thing that could have happened to us. Skills, they're all about women's lib. They ought to man up and take a Sounds like we could use some female students.
Yeah, who are you gonna recruit?
Do any of you know any girls? Of course you don't know any.
It's like my girlfriend's at Miyagi-Do.
We need killers, not more nerds.
So since there's 2 champions...
That's what I was saying. I feel like it's going to end up being Miguel versus Robbie
No,
in the
but
boys
the ones
division.
who wins the tournament, they have to have both the champions? Or
They're going to have 2
points-based?
champions.
No,
They said,
but the
gr-
dojo who wins. You know what I mean?
I guess in theory,
I guess it could give you a
ones.
better chance.
We'll find a girl champ, don't worry.
See, that's
So
what I
they need
mean.
one,
I'm
okay.
saying, like, you would assume that they want, like, a girl champion, too, to win both, right?
Oh, what changes is he making?
Line gear to go with our new state-of-the-art equipment.
Oh.
These kids
He's funding it single-handedly.
Those shoes?
That's a really weird way to eat a burrito.
Ignoring my calls
Yeah, what do you want?
Her aunt?
and to
think so.
ask if my sister's disability came in yet. What?
Oh,
You want
she's
the
asking
money?
for money?
She has her own children to take care of.
And her child's taking care of her.
When your mom kicks the bucket,
Oh,
Oh my gosh, you're going to get your ass kicked.
just like your old man,
Oh my gosh, you annoy me, auntie.
gracefully.
What, you want the money?
I'm all you got.
You don't give a shit about
I know,
Tori's
it's not
almost
like-
18.
I know, she doesn't need you.
Hobbies. You're a high school dropout and a criminal.
You haven't been there since he was 4.
I know how to- A judge is
Oh my
gonna take
gosh.
one look and see you at the funeral, sweetheart.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
what a bitch.
gosh.
I hate her. My
why did this just
new
make
most
me like,
hated character.
Make me just like Tori so much more. That was horrible.
Is there any way we could talk Aisha to coming back?
Mm-hmm. She can have her second chance against the women this time.
Just watch and learn.
I think he's gonna think he's a weirdo.
They're gonna like,
yeah.
like freaking call the police on you. Teen girls wanted.
Let me guess, posting photos on Facebook? You know what photos would look rad? Photo of you kicking someone in the face.
Oh gosh, they're all gonna think you're weird.
Industrial warehouse. We're looking for badass chicks just like you.
Come to the warehouse.
Smack dab between the pipes.
Oh my gosh.
Trust me, the chicks are gonna love this.
Hey, do it.
Baby oil?
You gotta get into every groove. To emphasize curvature. And the best part is we have a whole stable of hot young dudes, like my man Miguel over here.
He just looks like sweaty.
I'm asexual.
All right, he's a sexual too. Check him out. Become an eagle?
Especially girls who are already on sports teams.
Yeah, you need ones who aren't.
Oh, Hawksix.
Oh yeah, can you join?
Oh, that was really easy.
My other ex.
Oh.
She's the best athlete in school and she's not afraid to get into a fight.
Okay.
Did we meet her before? I forgot.
I think, yeah, we met her last season.
I knew we heard of her. Oh, she came here.
I have so much respect for Mrs. LaRusso.
Someone who isn't karate related.
Oh, Sam showing
Oh no,
up.
oh awkward.
It's gonna be so fucking
she's gonna,
awkward.
Like, oh.
What the hell is she doing here?
Okay, calm down.
Oh, is he playing that game too?
Aww.
I think that was the
Yeah.
like the tones from it.
The karate war? I mean, do I look like Miyagi-Do's best hope at defeating Robbie Keane? I mean, I'm not Batman. I'm more like Alfred. You're Batman.
Hey, Alfred was very valuable in his role.
And you're the Hawk.
Yeah, not anymore.
You can still be Hawk without a mohawk.
Besides, it'll grow back.
I mean, Anthony shaved his beard too. It'll grow back.
If you have a mohawk or a mullet or...
Hey, mullets are coming back.
I'm not going back to Miyagi-Do.
Why?
I'm done with karate, man.
Really?
Wow.
But is it just because of this incident?
Yeah. All right, you gonna join the dojo?
Oh, which one is yours?
Oh, that one looks good to me.
Oh my gosh!
Still working on my approach.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, I will be awake.
Yeah, no. Be woke.
Woke? Wake?
Hey, Piper. I want to introduce you to this.
Wait.
You're a killer or you're dead meat. You gotta be a man.
A man.
That problem empowering for all. We teach everyone who identifies as
What about non-binary and gender fluid?
yes, fluids are crucial. Well, then today is your
Because, like, everybody knows karate.
Okay.
All right, Piper.
I can't believe you pulled that off. Did you even know what any of those terms meant?
Do I look like AP sitting down?
What were you even thinking? What, she didn't smash up the house enough the last
Chill out,
time?
Sam.
Sam, Johnny's and my differences have nothing to do with
Yes,
that.
it does.
I mean, you're setting an example.
What? So you'll listen to what she has to say, but nobody's gonna listen to what I have to say.
Literally, everybody always listens to you.
Why are you helping this girl?
She's got issues. No one's there for her.
Did I ever tell you about the time I was arrested?
Oh, she relates to her.
I took a baseball bat to my math tutor's car
Oh, shit.
with her in it.
Okay, that's why she relates so much to
She was having
Tori.
an affair with my dad.
Oh, shit!
You had a fire side.
Kind of crazy that this is coming out like after 2 grown-ass kids now.
I know. How long have y'all been married?
And it's not exactly a first date story.
But
What
how
about a
many
marriage?
years of marriage?
I mean, I was perfectly happy playing Dungeon Lord after school, but you put me in... Even if she ends up leaving me for some hot Aussie dude she meets down there.
I thought you said you deleted these.
Binary bros.
Either you're number 1 or 0.
Oh.
This isn't who you are, Robbie. I can help. Blah, 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 blah.
Where's she gonna apologize?
Said all that. You'll become stronger than you thought possible. But Silver won't.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Awkward.
gosh.
I mean, this gas station is right next door.
And when he's
There's a little
done
shop.
with you won't some poor
Oh, I feel so awkward.
It's not. New equipment just got in. Why don't you go check it out?
Like, hey, dude, I went to therapy.
You just don't want to admit there's always been a little Cobra Kai in you.
We'll settle this on the mat.
Will we settle it on the mat? We seem to settle a lot of things off mat.
Hey man, if you're gonna use this place as a conference room, buy some. Take your time.
Don't let him punk you. It's your store.
Look, I'll DM her.
She's not gonna show up.
Oh no.
Did she join a different dojo? Or is she off somewhere else? Cobra Kai!
Oh, they sent her merch!
Oh,
She got a PR package!
So that was just a big waste of time. I even learned feminism.
Who else do we know that are women?
Aisha.
Girls. I keep saying women, but they're like teenage girls. But Aisha moved.
Did she move out of state? I know they took her out of school because of the fight.
We just have to think outside of the box.
Or you could just go back to Miyagi-Do.
But even Miyagi-Do only has like Sam.
I mean, doesn't Cobra Kai only have Tori? Well, now they have Piper, but
Yeah. More girls, more chances.
I like her shirt.
Mm-hmm. It's retro.
It's like a 90s cup.
Literally. Aisha, you're back! You didn't move out of state!
Broke a kid's nose. What's going on?
Actually.
We're talking about the same overprotective LaRussos who made me wear a helmet on your trampoline?
Some sobs. I feel like I don't have control of my life.
Nah, you're about to move out.
She gave me a look that I'd seen before.
Then I kicked her ass.
And you know what I did?
Is this gonna be another front wedgie story?
I introduced myself. I
Hmm.
even told her she's my bestie.
Aww.
My new school bestie. You'll always be the OG. I struck first.
Aw, I love that use of struck first.
It can't stop me from using the lessons I learned from Sensei Lawrence.
Oh. Aisha being the voice of reason this season. That rhymes.
But she is 2 hours away,
Yeah,
so
she's
joining
not coming
Cobra
back.
Kai
That's
or
too
Eagle
far.
Fang doesn't really make sense.
I thought debate was for nerds.
It is, which is why we're ditching it.
You got merch?
What is it?
What?
Weave? Wig? I said weave.
So he gets his own stepson to dress up like a chick and they start winning.
You're gonna have him dress up like a girl?
I need you to win the boys' competition. He's not the best fighter.
Oh my god.
This garbage, his arguments don't make a lick of sense.
She seems feisty. Can we recruit you?
Screw decorum.
Oh, she's one of y'all. Oh! Hey, that's hard to rip a book like that.
She took over his podium.
Oh!
And she loves extracurriculars.
Can it, Bert? I just found the most badass girl in the valley.
Like the crowd sounds.
Look who decided to come back. It's good to see you, Eli. Or is it Hawk?
Doesn't matter.
Aw.
Here to do what I can to help out the team.
Aw.
It's never easy being the bigger person.
It's time we leave the past behind us, right?
Yeah. It's never easy being the bigger person.
What was that face? Is she not being the bigger person?
I don't know.
I can't tell. I thought I should give you some like wise words of wisdom. Were you
Everyone's
trying to strike
staring at her.
first? I can't tell.
Let's see
maybe
what
she will.
happens
Maybe
here.
it'll be like, you know.
Oh, okay,
Is she
okay,
gonna
okay.
say
Calm
like
down.
hi?
If you so much as look at me funny, I will kick your ass for a third time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm coming for you, bitch.
What the heck, Sam?
I thought Aisha's pep talk was gonna do a little bit of a different thing for her, but I don't know.
It's
right
kinda-
now, it's kind of weird because like Tori's like really growing on me a lot.
Yeah.
Because like I guess it's one thing to know that she came from like a difficult situation, but it's another thing to see like it kind of play out. We got to meet her aunt here, which
Oh
she's a
my
bitch.
gosh.
I hate her. Yeah, that whole thing is like I'll see you at the friggin' funeral. Like
Oh.
fuck you, come off of that.
So with Sam and Tori, it's kind of weird with Sam. Like I understand why she's acting this way because Tori did break into her house and attack her.
And before that, you remember she like freaking got her with
Yeah.
the little spikes on her arm.
Yeah, but it seems like Tori is kind of ready to put this past her. And I know it's not necessarily Tori's decision to make when Sam is done with it because, you know, she was the one who was attacked in that scenario. But, I mean, like, she's not currently doing anything at the moment. She's just trying to go to school again, and like the way she came off her, like, I'm coming for you, bitch. Like, dang, that was like really harsh. And I like, even though I do understand where she's coming from, I just really don't like her this season. If I'm being honest, I don't know what it is. I'm like, meh.
Well, for her and also for Daniel this season, her dad, I feel like they are kind of going through some things that kind of mirror each other. Obviously, she's having her beef with Tori. Johnny and Daniel are having their beef, but I kind of feel like Daniel needs to be the bigger person first to try to bury the hatchet with Johnny so they can combine so that they have a better chance. Because it seems obviously like Cobra Kai is getting a lot of recruits because they have badass merch. Obviously, I'm wearing it. But regardless of that, I just feel like they need to bury the hatchet to kind of set the example for her. I thought the conversation with Aisha was going to do more for her, but it kind of made her like, you know, strike first in a sense by, hey, setting the tone with her.
Yeah.
But like you said, I feel like Tori has bigger fish to fry. She's worried about more. She's worried about her brother. She's worried about, I mean, it seems like whatever disability her mom has is terminal. Like, it seems like, you know, she's gonna die, like, I don't want to say relatively soon, but I mean, it kind of seems relatively soon, because otherwise, why would you say that?
But Sam did have a point earlier when she said basically, like, I think it was Daniel saying something about, like our thing is different, you know, with him and Johnny's situation versus her and Tori's situation. But I mean, they're setting the example for the kids, and you know, she sees her dad constantly bickering with his childhood enemy, I guess, and this is like her childhood rival here, and it's like you're following the example of your parents as well. And I think that Daniel and Johnny need to resolve their issues first, you know, to set a better example for the kids below them.
Yeah, that's what I said. I feel like they need to bury that hatchet, Johnny and Daniel. But I feel like, honestly, Daniel needs to come forward to Johnny, because kind of the way he approached it after Terry showed up was not the best. He pretty much said, like, okay, I was humoring Eagle Fang for a little while until Terry showed up, and now we have to do it my way or the highway. And I just don't like that. It needs to be a blend of the two, and they need to find a way to come together to compete with Cobra Kai. Because we said it many times at this point, they are learning Miyagi-Do. You need to be learning both styles if you want to even stand a chance against them.
And just because Daniel doesn't think Johnny is a good sensei doesn't mean he isn't a good sensei. Obviously, Aisha even learned things that were practical to her life at school, like not even involving fighting from him, you know, like striking first, which I love the way she said that. Like, she struck first, but it wasn't like an aggression fight way. It was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop a problem before it starts. And honestly, it turned out really great, because that girl, I guess she thought was gonna be her bully, became her best friend. And it just shows it's like, things are not always what they seem.
Also, Amanda is another MVP of this season, in my opinion. Right now, I'm like just loving the season for Amanda, for Terry, and for Kenny, which we haven't seen in a little bit. But I really love those three characters. Amanda, though, to find out a little bit more about her backstory and why she's relating to Tori a little bit more, I thought was really cool. For Sam, though, I mean, it is difficult to kind of put yourself in her shoes to say, like, okay, well, like, my mom is like kind of helping out my enemy. But she also doesn't know the dynamic. She only has probably the hate in her heart for her for all the incidents that, you know, they went through together. But I mean, you know, a mom is gonna protect their child.
Right.
If she's kind of opening it up, like a branch to her, then you should kind of like see that and be like, okay, well, my mom would defend me to hell or high water.
Right.
So why is she doing that? You know, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Like, for the fact that Amanda, it's not like she's pushing this aside because she was like, okay, you need to stay away from my daughter to do this, but like, okay, let's get a second chance, obviously, here. Like, she's overlooking everything that happened. Not overlooking, looking past it is the better word.
Yeah.
And that just really says a lot about her as a person, and that just made me really love her character even more.
I also thought it was really interesting that Daniel decided to go to Robbie after that conversation too. I thought he was gonna go to Johnny, but I mean, I guess that was just me misreading that situation. But I think Robbie, like, is giving what Daniel said some thought, but I just also feel like Terry is in a different situation than what he was. Now, mind you, he is kind of like, you know, I don't want to say putting flame or like gas on the fire a little bit with Daniel, but I mean, there is a little bit of a rivalry there, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I do feel like, you know, Terry has dropped a lot of big truth bombs this season, and the fact that Daniel kind of liked the Cobra Kai stuff, I mean, we saw that when Johnny was training him this season too. Like, he was excited when he climbed that, you know, that metal thing on there when he was like doing all the stuff that Johnny had him doing. There's some truth to that, and that's also why I wanted to bury the hatchet with Johnny and just, you know, work together.
Daniel also is you know, when he talks about Terry, like him being this horrible person, this psycho crazy, he's talking about the old version of him, which I know that, like, same with the Sam thing, it's different when it happens to you, you know, and it's easy from an outsider looking in on the perspective, but it happened to him as a child being tormented by this billionaire, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, as we know now, Terry was a different person. He was on drugs, he went to therapy, he resolved the issues, and he seems like he's put that behind him and is a changed person now. Obviously, Daniel doesn't see that, but... I mean,
he hasn't really had the chance.
He hasn't had the chance, and Terry hasn't directly done anything to him. I mean, he did come to his property, but he was just trying to talk to him, and he also left when he was asked to leave.
Yeah, and he also kind of apologized in a sense. Like when he first approached him, that was kind of how he started the interaction.
Kreese, kind of a little bit of a different story, but...
But I really still think that Terry is doing really good things for Kreese as well, too. Like, that relationship, I feel like, is going to bring him more center, which is funny because I thought he was going to end up bringing Terry back down the rabbit hole, but it kind of seems like the opposite direction. Like, he's kind of making Kreese a little bit more leveled out.
Alright, well, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can stay notified for our future videos.
Also, head over to our Patreon if you want to see our full-length reaction to the series. We upload them over there. The link's down in the description below.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.